Hello, Tom. My name is Renee. I'll be your counselor today. What would you like to talk about?
Hello, Renee. There's I've had a little bit of a change in my work, and I'm just not sure how to maybe deal with that change.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And this change that you're talking about, can you be more specific? Is this with work, perhaps?
Yeah, it's I've actually it sounds like it's a good thing. I've actually received I've changed jobs, and it's a higher paying job. It does involve quite a lot more travel. When I say travel, I mean on airplanes, um, more than anything else. Um, um, and that's part of the problem, I suppose. The promotion itself
Mm-hmm.
is a good thing for myself and my family and everything, but it at my age too, I'm looking at it and thinking it's almost like I'm thinking I'm being forced into the higher position because I'm being left behind, and that just seems unfair.
Okay. So I hear that your problem is it's with your professional life, and you're actually feeling like you're stuck and you're not able to move forward.
Yeah, yeah. If I don't take this job, that's how it feels.
Okay, Tom, if I could just mention to you that our counseling sessions are always confidential. I just want to reassure you that um, what you say stays here between us. I want to help you to figure out what it is that is bothering you, what your problem is, and see if we can help work through that together. And just so that you know, this will go nowhere unless you want someone else to be a part of this, perhaps a family member, but otherwise, this is confidential by all means. Um, the only reason that it wouldn't be is if, for example, I know that there's a court order and this information needs to actually um, go elsewhere. Other than that, you don't need to worry about this going to anyone that you work with, your boss, or any colleagues. Do you understand that?
Yes,
That's
no,
right.
that makes it a bit easier.
Okay, so you can speak freely um, about your worries or your problems, and I'll see how I can help you today. Okay.
Okay, great.
You comfortable with that?
Yeah,
Do you have
yeah.
any other questions before we start working on seeing how we
Um,
can help you?
do you think is it something that you've heard before? This kind of problem?
Oh, this seems to be, I have actually heard of and worked with other people, and even myself had, you know, the story of having to deal with changes in life. Sometimes one goes through the need or a midlife crisis, wanting to actually change jobs and realizing that your skills aren't up to date or wanting to do something about it. So we'll see what you have to tell us, and we'll focus on what you're experiencing right now.
Okay,
So can you
great.
tell me more?
Yeah, well, as I said, I've never really gone for promotion that much in the past, but this job came up, and I thought, well, I'm being left behind by a lot of the younger people, and that's fine. They're go-getters and that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it feels like for me to get ahead, I had to not just, as you said before, not just undertake more training, which I'm happy to do, but there seemed to be a lot of flying in it, and it seems the only way I was going to get ahead was to actually make that commitment in the extra hours spent in the air.
Okay. So if I can just to make sure I understand, your concerns are about looking for a promotion but feeling like you're being left behind because of younger people at work
Yeah.
getting ahead of you. But you also seem to be worried about having to travel and fly. Can you tell me more about that?
Oh, I know it's part of the job, but it's not something I'm looking forward to, and it's just not right that I have to do that, and a lot of people don't have to be on an aeroplane. You know, it's just part of their normal everyday job. that doesn't seem fair to me.
Okay, so you're feeling there's an imbalance.
Yeah,
You're feeling that it's unfair how you're probably having to do a little bit more.
yeah,
Is that it?
yeah, something like that. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care for flying. I've never really done it much in my life, but
Okay.
like I don't not like it. It's just again,
Mm-hmm.
if I had the choice, I'd probably just drive a car, or I wouldn't even like to think that I'd catch the train. That wouldn't help. But maybe it's just driving my own car to and from work would be better. But I can't do that because it's too far away.
Okay. So part of the problem now is travel is going to be a part of work if you want promotion. That's what I'm hearing. But you don't have many choices in terms of, or options.
No, it's a
How to
good.
travel.
It is a good job, I have to say. But I'm not looking forward to being in an aeroplane. I think I worked it out the other night to be about 20 hours a week. I'm not looking forward to that. I'm really not.
Okay. Can I ask, are you afraid of flying?
I don't think I am. Um, you watch it on TV and there's, the planes are crashing and things like that, and that's just part and parcel of, I think, the nature of air flight. But no, I'm not. I'm not looking forward to it at all.
Okay. If you did have a chance to go by train, are you saying that that would be a better option at work?
Maybe, maybe a little bit.
Okay. So
Just
right now, sorry,
I
go
just
ahead.
don't like the idea, I suppose, of being cooped up in for all that time.
Okay. So you're more worried right now about what you need to do at work rather than the work itself.
Yeah,
It's the travel aspect
yeah,
of work.
yeah. The training that they'll put us through is something that I'm quite looking forward to. So, and work-wise, I can do that type of job because it's kind of what I've been doing for quite some time now.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just that thought of the 20 hours a week being cooped up on an aeroplane, or probably even in a train.
Okay. So if you were able to drive, then would the 20 hours plus a week be more feasible?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I like driving my car.
Okay. And you like your job as well?
Yeah, yeah, I do.
So if we just look at the travel aspect of it, how does it make you feel when you just think about having to travel for work?
Um, I'm just not looking forward to it. I'm really not looking forward to getting on that plane at all.
You know that feeling, that sometimes just the anxiety of having to prepare for a trip, it distracts family, personal life, we get very busy.
And they pack you in so tightly into it too. It's almost like you can't move. You're sort of stuck between two other people a lot of the time. I don't like that feeling.
Have you ever had that feeling with any other activity other than travel? This same feeling that you're of not liking being surrounded or enclosed?
Yeah, I gave a friend of mine. He was fixing his roof one time. And this is some years ago, and I gave him a hand um, to take some tiles off and put some new tiles on, and it involved me being up in the roof itself. He was on the outside and I was on the inside. and I had to actually stop doing it. I couldn't be. I ended up going on the outside anyway. I didn't like being on the inside.
Okay. So you remember these feelings. So I'm hearing that every time or any time you're enclosed, you're feeling surrounded. That feeling of claustrophobia, being enclosed or trapped, it causes an awful feeling of anxiety.
I hated to think that I had that claustrophobic sort of sensation, but it it's something that I just I can't do anything about. It's just there. Any time, any mention of being on an aeroplane or in a small room, sometimes um, it just comes at me.
So just to understand what problem we're working with here, Tom, you're feeling that all these feelings of claustrophobia are keeping you from actually advancing at work, and you would like to get a promotion at work perhaps, and to maybe feel like your skills are valued, but you're also feeling an anxiety over the requirements of travel at work. Is that it?
It just seems unfair that most people get a promotion or change jobs, and it doesn't involve them having to do something that's so awful. They just change jobs and they catch a train or they drive or ride a bike or something to work. But I've got to go through all of this just because um, I've changed jobs. It doesn't seem fair.
So you're not exactly sure why you seem to be the only one going through this right now. Can I just ask you to imagine if one of your colleagues was also required to travel somewhat, do you think they would find it unfair as well? And how do you think that they would be able to cope? Do you feel comfortable at work talking about this? How would you feel about that if you could talk about it at work?
Well, I mean, that's a good question because most people that I know would think um, and all the airfare's all paid for by the company. It's not like it's costing me any of my salary or savings or anything. It's all paid for by the company.
Mm-hmm.
And when I tell my friends and family about this new job, they're all very excited. They're all saying, "Oh, I wish it was me," and everything else. And none of that's, unfortunately, none of that is helping me to figure this out. So, as I say, it's going to be a good job, but I'm not looking forward. I don't even know how long I'll last, to be honest, because of the being stuck on the plane.
Mm.
I don't know. I don't know if there's any drugs or anything that would help, put me to sleep or something when I'm on the plane. But I don't want to take anything like that. I've never taken anything like those types of things before.
Okay. So you find that you will pretty much, if you want to take this job that you like, you're going to have to some way find a way to cope with the traveling, even if it means taking some form of medication or something to calm your nerves. If that's what you're looking at.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to understand, make sure I understood your feelings about that. How do you feel about that option if you did, or perhaps even think about changing certain aspects of your lifestyle so that you could cope? How do you feel about that?
Well, I might have to do it. At this point in time, I can't see any other way. Um, I can't see any other way around. Maybe through time, those fears might be I don't know, alleviated, or maybe I just get used to it or something like that. But I don't know.
So you do have a sense that perhaps it could work. You just need to work through that and think about that. What I'd like to do, Tom, is you know that our counselling sessions last for an hour, and it's going to be entirely up to you, depending on how you feel and how many sessions you think you need. But as we go through working on what it is that's bothering you, and in your talking about it, you may find that you may just need a few sessions, perhaps several more, to work through this to help you cope with this problem you seem to be having with the travel aspect of work right now. Tell me something else. You seem to have a lot of concerns and anxiety about the travel. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anyone in your family you feel comfortable, or any friends you have that you feel comfortable talking to this about, that you can share or find support from?
Yeah, most of my close friends and my family know that I don't like being cooped up. I've spoken to my wife about it, and she's very supportive. In fact, she was the one that suggested I come here. But I don't have anyone really that I would I don't know, that I would trust to give me the best advice, maybe, or professional advice. Maybe that's a better way of saying it. Which is why I'm with you today.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage, doesn't it, to sometimes deal with these anxieties and these fears. And it sounds like you have a very good support system with your wife and your family, but especially with your wife encouraging. She would most likely be someone that you could lean on, don't you think?
Yeah, she's just probably fed up listening to me.
Okay. But you're doing the right thing for yourself as well.
Yeah.
Which is good. It seems that you're not trying to stay stuck and hide, but you're actually trying to deal with these particular feelings of anxiety that you're experiencing with the travel aspect.
I think so.
Okay. Now, is there anything else? Today's session, we're coming to an end. I just want to make sure that I understand where we're working at, and perhaps we can look at some strategies down the line that can help you cope with this. Because like I say, it seems that you're in a positive place, and you're also looking to try to help yourself, which is always a good thing. So if I can just understand, so it has more to do, your problem seems to have more to do with these feelings of anxiety, if we look at that. Is that right? And less with work. Work is going well. It's just what you're expected to do at work right now that's causing anxiety.
It's just getting to work.
Okay. So if we can close today's session, I'd like you to think about that, and by all means, please come back and see me so we can talk this through. You can reach me through our counseling agency. They will get in touch with me if you want to see me outside of scheduled times, but otherwise, if you want to make an appointment today for your next session, that can be whenever there's time available or when you feel that you're ready to come and see me. All right, Tom?
So I can make an appointment, because I don't really want to talk to anyone else. I realise all the staff here would be quite good, but I'd rather just keep talking to you if I was to come back. Is that the way?
Yes, and that's fine, because this is confidential. It stays with me. And by all means, if you prefer it, let's say there's a day where I'm very busy and you would like to talk to me, you can let the counseling agency just know that you would like to speak to me, and they will contact me, and I'll get back to you as soon as I'm able to.
Oh, good.
All right, and we can reschedule according to that.
Okay, that's
All right,
good.
Tom?
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you.
you.